So with all that going on, now all that we're going to do is we're going to gobble up all of the mercenaries. And I mean all of them. Which is probably unnecessary considering that our opponent probably can't afford any. Well, let's just hire them, get them over here. Oh, well, I'll have to unpause for that, won't I? Let's get them over there. Get them over there. If I were my opponent, I'd be scared at this point. So there's new mercenaries. Let's hire all of them as well. We now have enough influence to claim their territory, which we're going to do in just a second. And then we're just going to wait until May until we claim it. We're going to have to pay for all of these, of course, for the duration that we're going to hold them. That's fine, though. Let's get those over there as well. And then they're just going to stand there. And I don't think there's going to be any opposition. Because, again, I don't think that our opponent can afford anything on their own. And I don't think that they're going to go against us with their 1 5-person retinue that they have. Let's see, we have... Yeah. We're not even going to start producing any tiles. Let's just wait for May to arrive. Once May is there, we're going to get all of the other mercenaries in here as well. It's going to cost us $740 per month. We have enough money to do that. Oh, that's funny. That is really funny. Okay, so since they since they now claim a territory of ours, that is funny. That is really funny. So now we have all of the available mercenaries. That is really funny. Okay, let's get them over there. And then, of course, we're going to oppose the claim. And let's see where the battlefield is going to be. Right there. So, yeah, let's get all of our mercenaries to that. And then, of course, we're going to claim his territory. We don't want to talk to him. It's kind of funny, though, that he would... you know, claim our territory with basically nothing. That's, I don't know whether that's hard-coded or anything. So we're on the battlefield, so no worries there. Yeah, that's just weird, but... Of course, it could be strategy, because if we're paying for all of the mercenaries, this is going to drag it out quite a bit. What we could also do, though, and I think... Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to claim his region now. And that means we're going to have 2 battlefields. That's fine, though. Where's that battlefield? Yeah. We're just going to keep these dudes here. And everyone else is going to move to this battlefield. They will as well. And they will move over there as well. Because, you know, he won't have anyone to be able to come to this battlefield, so we'll keep those there. In that battlefield, so we'll be winning that one. And then we're on that battlefield as well. So... you know, good luck trying to win this, my dude. But that way, you know, we're saving time and money. Actually, I think those might be going back to this battlefield just because we can. You know, we have enough people. We have all of the mercenaries. And we're not, you know, losing any time with anything. So we're definitely winning this one. We're also, of course, definitely winning this one. I don't know why they, you know, made that claim on our territory at all. But it's fine. You know, if he thinks that was good strategy, you know. Yeah, we're not responding to any of that conversation. As far as I know, the money part of that is bugged anyway. Yeah, we'll be winning all of that. No worries there. And we won't even have to do anything other than, you know, keeping our mercenaries right where they are. So now what we can do is, of course, remove the tithe and, well, we'll keep the tax going for now. That's fine. We're making good money there. They're standing there and winning. They're standing there and winning. We're good on food now here. So all of that is good as well. Yeah, we're fine on this end. And we can now buy the trade route for the roof tiles. So let's do that. And let's start exporting roof tiles down to 0 and make even more money. Meanwhile, we're just counting down the clock, really. Not responding to any of the conversation. And just waiting for the battles to end. Well, the battles that don't really happen, but, you know, just waiting for those countdowns. Just again, make sure that you're standing in the battlefield. If you think that just because your region is claimed, that the battle is actually going to be in that region, that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. So make sure that you check this. Where's the battlefield? That's where you have to be. And that's where you have to be until the very end. Otherwise, you're going to lose the battle. And of course, then within that circle, you still have to win the battle if you have an opponent. But if you're not even on the battlefield, you're losing. But we'll be fine. So we want battle challenge description. Yeah, that's nice. So it's just this one that's left. And we're going to continue after we've won that battle and we've won the region. We're going to have a look at the region and what they built and criticize the hell out of it. But, you know, it is AI, and I think it's impressive that they're building their own villages at all, but there are lots of mistakes that they make. So there we go. We've won the duel on challenging settings. Now all of this is without music because I don't know whether that's copyrighted, so I don't post to YouTube with the in-game music. There we go. Let's see. We have no dead villagers, which is pretty cool. No soldiers lost. We killed some raiders. That seems a whole lot more than I would have thought, though. Anyway, we'll continue playing. Peace is declared, and now let's let everyone go here. Thank you very much. You've been very helpful. But I don't want to pay for you anymore. Of course, there will still be raiders in this campaign. So if you continue this campaign, be aware that raiders will be coming. So you'll have to be prepared for that. We'll also be reducing our taxes now. We'll put that to 5%. And we will be reducing our taxes here to 5% as well. And then let's have a look at our opponent's region. So they have a maintenance problem apparently, or is that our maintenance? No, that's their maintenance problem. Let's have a look. Where's their trader? No, there's the trader. So they have 4 people in there. They have horses. That's good. They're importing tools up to 3, which of course is never enough for the amount of buildings that they have that need maintenance. 3 is not enough. They're exporting planks down to 20, which is not, you know, creating anything for them here. So that's not good. They're not producing any of that. They're not exporting any food. Well, they have, well, their food isn't great either. They do have quite a bit of money though, so it'll be interesting to see what they actually make their money with. They're also exporting honey and wax, which is easy enough. So all the money that they made, they probably made with charcoal. And all of the AIs always go for large shields, but then they don't buy those trade routes. And I don't know why they would even produce that many shields if they don't do anything with that. I don't know. That just seems stupid to me. If I were to clean this up, first thing that I would do is I would demolish the smithy. I would demolish the clay furnace. I would tell the saw pit to leave more timber and stop producing at 80. Let's have a look here. I'd tell the joiner to stop working. I'd tell the blacksmith to stop working. We might as well actually just demolish them. Look at that. They have 27 families without a job. So this is where we really see the limits of the in-game AI. Just why grow that large and have, you know, the issues with supplying them with everything if you're not doing anything with them. Don't grow if you don't have anything to do for them. Also, everything that they do is going into the large storehouse. That makes no sense, but okay. Now, what I would also do is, because we have those shields and we have the money, we would be buying that trade route and just export everything down to 0. So that would make them quite a bit of money. We'll export charcoal down to 0. We would stop the charcoal kiln from even doing anything. There are no foresters around, as you can see. I mean, this is plenty deforested. These would have to go. Okay, at least they have a fisherman's hut up. Have a forager going, so they should be having a herb garden as well. To have such a huge footprint for burgage and then produce chickens with them, that makes no sense either. So there's no combination of logic here in the so-called AI's reasoning. You know, make the burgage as large as it needs to be and not just make it large. That just makes no sense. So what I'd also do is make them import more tools, although now that we've reduced the number of buildings that need maintenance, we don't need that many tools. But let's just see whether we can clean this up and just make it just a bit better. So they have 1% land tax and 5% tithe. Yeah, we're not going to do a tithe, but we'll keep the 1%. So it's August of year 4. Now, these kinds of burgages just really piss me off. Let's put someone in there. This, I think, is on purpose, that they didn't choose a development card. We'll give them the Off the Voogdland as well, just to double the amount of berries that they have there. Nobody living there yet. We're just going to demolish that. It's just burgages that are huge but don't serve any purpose other than being huge. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, why have a chicken stall this large? We're just going to demolish all of those. Plenty of houses. Now that's an orchard that can stay. Such a waste of space. And then, you know, they have burgages that don't produce anything. So that's going to go as well. They can move into one of the other houses. That's okay. We have 31 people that don't have a job. 31. I'm wondering why grow this much and waste this much space. I don't understand it. Anyway, let's just give people jobs. And these plots, oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna go as well. Okay, so now the next thing that I would actually do is build foresters. I have so many people again that they're not making use of, so... Yeah, and then they don't leave space for anything. So we're gonna demolish this as well. Oh, no, we can't build through that because we're gonna have to save and reload. Okay, save, reload. Okay, there we are. So now that we've reloaded, we can actually build the road down here. It's for some reason, if you conquer AI territory, some of the spaces are blocked. So just save and reload and you'll be able to build everything. There might be raiders coming at this at some point, but we'll just hire mercenaries to deal with them. So let's get 2 foresters in here, 2 foresters in there, and they can start reforesting. Now this, I think, is a mechanic that the AI could easily implement, but they don't. Not yet, anyway. We'll be building a new firewood cutter over here. We have plenty of fuel, so we'll be demolishing this one. Let the foresters do their jobs over here. And I've had to do this for every single AI region that I claimed successfully. We're gonna give these firewood cutters 2 foresters in support as well. We'll staff them. Yeah, and I think I'll leave it at that. It's really not that exciting. But it's fine. You know, we've won the campaign. Everything is good. We've kind of cleaned up the AI village. Building hit by lightning strike. Okay, interesting. So yeah, we just have to rebuild this real quick. Should be making a bit more money here. But then it hasn't been that long, so that's fine. Get them a horse. So yeah, overall, we've done okay. Won the duel on challenging settings. Pretty much breezed through it. And so, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.